It's a king, it's a king, it's a king. A king is a king, it's a king, it's a king. Oh my, oh my, oh my, we got something good today real quick, not quicker than dog and shit. Quicker than dog and shit. We want to figure out why the permit in the city of Beloit, state of Wisconsin, United States of America, county of Rocket, Regina Duncan Park, just ain't listed for the people who could drink alcohol beverage at Regina Duncan Park. Starting prices for a permit, an alcoholic permit, and activities where you could drink these type of beverages. Now, we'll be listed soon if we could get this photo enforced business district coding system together. In the city of Beloit. Now, we happen to be in the brokest city in the whole entire state of Wisconsin, but the people say they had nobody that could get us a little few dollars. Well, we was missing now artificial intelligence, that photo enforced business district code, residential code, destination, policy, symbols, and things like that. We want to welcome you to Summit Park, formerly Regina Park, currently. No parking on the grass, no drinking beer, alcohol subjects without permit. And we want to let you know the price of the permit. We want to let you know the events, time, situations where the permit will be appropriate for you to And as we talking about the lack of, if you don't mind, the lack of symbolism at the park, we want to let you know the king said it may have been possible that he offended somebody, family member, loved one, friend, one who opposed God, and one who got lost in translation of what God was about when he said he was God and nobody else could be God. He was going to send his son Jesus, but the people had to believe, declare, and achieve in it. And as we try and understand what happened today, we say we woke up looking for some work that people don't consider work. We know what ones with the uniforms on, they happen to not consider this work. They happen to not consider it important to let the people know what activities they can attend and drink at the park with the permit. But the permit price ain't listed nowhere, and how to get one is very appropriate when we got kids now around at the park playing at all hours of the park, but we forgot to put the cameras all at the angles where it can angle into the park, where the park can only be park, location camera, artificial intelligence park. And we want to get right back in it. Did we know what was going to happen today? April 14, 2025, at Gunner Ministry School. He said he got a school bound versus board education. He got a school. Free exercise right clause Thompson versus home. 809 5th 3rd at 376. He got a school. Not you. He was called by the chosen beyond the 12. He had spiritual gifts and abilities that the people who was assigned and educated to perform these roles in the public never was trained to attend to unless they were spiritually connected. And we talking about spiritual gifts versus human intelligence. We want to get back to the subject matter of artificial intelligence, if you don't mind. King say he had a show. And he in the city of Beloit right now. He say he was asked on a date by the most beautiful, wonderful, gorgeous creature. For a woman. Chose his. And he said he could not think of a situation more better than this. After he got robbed. I mean, he got robbed, and she had nothing to do with none of these robberies. But she still said she want to have him take her hand and take her on a journey, a spiritual one, not the human experience. And King say we been in it because she got the uniform on for the city of Beloit, state of Wisconsin, United States of America. Want to shout out all the babies that want to be bosses, and shout out the baby referee. And we trying to pull out our whistle today one more time on these humans. Shout out to Regina Duncan Park, the alcohol beverage permit price, and who enforced the permit. Is it self-enforced? Is this a self-governed alcoholic beverage permit? What kind of permit we working with? How much it costs? And how beautiful was the baby they sent to the king? Say they wanted to play this game. Who believed in God the most? Whose spiritual talents and intellectual capacities could surpass us beyond all human understanding? As we try to understand what Holy Bible means when we try to get to the chosen beyond the 12. And as we trying to get to the chosen beyond the 12 today, we want to let you know something just important happened. We can understand it's not one time. Let's figure about what just happened. No, King said he had a celebration to go to. He wanted to release the flowers. He had already set the show up. People was for see what it means to really worship those you miss that's not here. You know, and the book of John, chapter 9, 35 to 40 want to get you there. When the people said they knew what Jesus' message was about, and it wasn't going to be painful. It wasn't going to be confusion. It wasn't going to be madness. It wasn't going to be chaos. It wasn't going to be crab in the barrel syndrome. It wasn't going to be humans to get jealous of each other when they say, well, I'm better than you in something. And the king say spiritually, he said he had an international show for all parts. No, for all places. Of the destination and the GPS signal mistranslation. When he had to file lawsuit after lawsuit, after lawsuit, after lawsuit, after lawsuit, after appeal, after appeal, after appeal, after appeal. Because the humans say they didn't want to appeal to his idea of this thing called artificial intelligence for the student. And the king said when they did that, it robbed him of his human imagination. Now, why would you stop us from venturing off into this thing called artificial intelligence photo enforced business district coding system? No, we ain't even got the codes for this stuff yet. It's just so beautiful. Then we got to put the alcohol permit prices up. We got to do this. We got to do that. Then we got to get to Matthew chapter 7, verse 7. Wherever you is, now God is, if you got the Spirit. Now, see, a lot of people claim to have it. Now, what's beautiful? Vain lip confession, if you will. And the king say, the people has given him a platform, if you will, to talk about this thing, or just a little bit more, and 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 a little bit more. Give us one more. We double down on you. We triple down. We gonna catch you in this trap we set for you. And the king say the trap is beautiful, wonderful, gorgeous. Gorgeous, more than gorgeous. Because we on Dewey Avenue. And we in the city of Beloit. And we could have cameras all at the park, the highest altitude of the new light poles and systems we put in. Might want to put a swimming pool in for the kids. Indoor pool, outdoor pool, 24-hour pool. No, because artificial intelligence, now see, it comes up with so many budgets. Because new coding systems, stab rookies, they got to be developed. And as we developing this thing, we want to make sure we put everything illustrated so we don't have any strangers come through these gates at the park. So all we got is know if we could walk back in our mind now, uniformly, unilaterally, and flash back to the point where I just showed you another sign of symbol, maybe you could understand what just happened. The park say no drinking without permit, but it don't got what kind of permit, don't got the prices, and it don't got when the kids at the park. You should abide by these rules, because then we got additional traditional acts and customs and bylaws. And shout out to Beloit transit system as we trying to get to that check today. You don't mind. If you don't mind, King say he had business to take care of in the city of Beloit, in the state of Wisconsin, United States of America, county of Rock. He say he was a stranger at the gate till he seen it. One more time, and one more time, and one more time. We got so many young women out here with all these beautiful babies. And then Roe versus Wade kick in. They say the Republicans being too strict. And we want to figure out whether or not, stop rookies. That is true. If we could just get to the next level of worship with you today. We in a legitimate photo enforcement business district area 7 Second Court of Appeals. They say they might be pondering this thing. What is this that he speak on? No one has touched it. No human was brave enough to create it. And the king said he apologized that this happened to you. And all happiness in the thing that could have happened if we really could have had photo enforcement business district coding systems. And we want to also shout out 99 Money today, because today shows memories last longer than money. We got a hell of a situation. Your whole life you've been committing crime, you not been committing crime. But then you got to give up your last family saving, earning of dime. You got to go in debt to save a human. They caught up at the hospital and they need your last coin to get some special surgery. And King say, now stop. We want to shout this one out today for no grandma. And we also want to put Laquita in the loop because we had heard some things. And the king said when he heard some things, quite a few times, some things happened. But spiritually, we're trying to see if we could elevate beyond all human understanding to get prayer, protection, and healing. Psalms 119 on Quita and her situation. And we got to understand now, your will and not ours, you see, get us to the next level of worship, because we don't know why God keep taking us out left and right, north, south, east, and west. He just, everybody hitting the ground. Damn, Lord, you don't. And God say his word come back true, tested and tried every time. You cannot ever in your life, you will never ever defeat he. And he telling people this. But time and time again, these rookies come up with a situation so cold for God and his people. And today we want to shout out Quita. She in the hospital and doing surgery, but no, God got his own surgery, people. You know, he got the special kind. If you don't mind, I got to dust my lip off and get to the next level to watch him. Let's shout out the park and the things that we don't see. King say he, and he alone was given this job. This was nobody else's job but him. But everybody had an opinion. And he say he come out every day just to give you a little bit more of what God said we should do at Summit Park, Regina Duncan Park. But the people, No, when humans come. They said that this was nothing. This was frivolous chit-chat. This was meaningless worship. And as we worship now, versus we go to the traditional church. See, the traditional church don't do this for you. Don't bring it live and direct. Right on your set. King say he gon' bring it to you. Church. You don't mind. It's April 14, 2025. We caught up in worship, but not the traditional kind. It's the King. It's the King. We caught up in worship, but not the traditional kind. See, the traditional kind been getting the church in trouble because everybody know they secrets. And then we got King. He say he got so many videos that we have not published, that we have had not time to do. But time never was when man was not. If we could get out the snot of it, the skin color, the buffoonery in it, and stop. How much it costs about it. See, because sometimes God give you a show and it can be absolutely free. But you got to be saying something to the sheep. Who is the sheep? We trying to eat, Lord. We in the city of the Lord. Wisconsin. United States of America, County Uproar. We starving. We gang banging. And we doing anything we can to maintain, to hold on to this thing called change, Lord. And we ask you to just give us a little clarity in the situation. One time, bro. Just one. Could this thing called photo enforced business district coding, systems, policy oversight that the King said he created based on his work? 2 Timothy, 2nd chapter, 15th verse. Study the word, divide it rightly, and show thyself approved according to thy work. For God, now man, he say he just don't quite understand. He had a few dollars, but they robbed him. And the most beautiful creature in the world, she said, hey, you want to hang out with me? And the King said, yes. But not now. I got unfinished business with the church and all the people with the schools, the daycares, the parks, the big businesses, the incorporation, the LLCs, sole proprietorship, and the nonprofit. We got to talk to these people because they declared and played like they believed in it. This thing called Jesus Christ, the free gift of salvation, we just keep passing it to the people. And King say once he come with his show, he pull out his glass, everything. People just don't understand. It's vanity, it's money, but then God calls us to give our life savings sometime for the people we want to save. And King say he don't need your life saved right now, but he think he might be worth saving if we could just have 5 minutes in an open mind. See, it's the open mind part of it that could get us the free gates. C Guild versus gunfight. 658, Fed 3rd, 82 and 83. I think it might. You know, what we're getting at is stockbroking. YouTube auditor could explain some things to the government that they had never knew. And the private citizens, they had never knew. And the community, they had never knew. And then King say he don't want no business because why would he get trapped in business? He wants you to have a business, but he wants you to know what kingdom economics is. Because when that funeral comes, can you pay for your own funeral? I don't want to see what kind of car you pull up in. I don't want to see no vanity. I don't care if you got grave clothes. I don't care if you got diamonds and pearls. King say when you walked into church, did God teach you how to get out of first grade? Can you pay for your own funeral? Stop rookies winning. No, can you pay for your own funeral? When you get age appropriate and you know what work is. 2 Timothy 2nd chapter 15th verse. Study the word, divide it rightly, and show thyself approved unto God, not man, according to thy word. And spiritual abilities and physical abilities from companies and corporations. Now they sometimes collide when spiritual gifts on the scene. And God give us all spiritual gifts, but we got to know how to interpret the gift part of it. If we could just walk and talk in nature, if we could just stop rookies. It's a king. He say he hate to do it, but he had to. Let's shout out Head Start, early Head Start. Let's shout out that artificial intelligent bike sickle we seen in the city of Janesville yesterday on the show. It was so beautiful, so wonderful, so gorgeous. But we ain't got nothing here for the kids. We ain't got a tricycle, a wagon, if you will. Stop, Black Hawk, come here. We need to talk. And shout out to baby referee. She say she went Black Hawk. They educated the baby. And she saw, blow her whistle. You want to hang out? And King say, yes, but maybe you not want to hang out no more. If you really wanted to hang out, you would still want to hang out. We have done nothing wrong. We just had to talk to the people. No, your boss is now, man. They boss. Baby, we ain't done nothing wrong, baby referee. You shouldn't be afraid. But sometimes we get afraid. Notice sometimes, because then King say he come up with something like this. No, he been delegating with the peoples and the bosses. And the bosses don't like him, but sometimes they love him. No, it's a combination of words that can't be described in one paragraph. One day they love him, one day they hate him. And let's not get caught up in the small talk. Now we talking artificial. Photo on force. Business district coding. And we talking most wonderful, beautiful, gorgeous, no creature in the world. She asked who on a date. And he say, baby, yes, I want to date you, but we both broke. Can I show you something? Can you have 5 minutes and open mind? Can you wait 3 years? Can you wait 4? And can you wait 5? Because you know the things that I talk about. Know the generational wealth plans and life scripts I got. It just ain't around these parts. These people traditionally can't pay for their own funeral, but they go to work every day for some other man. They ain't quite understood what it meant when God said, now hold on, I'm going to show you the whole entire world. Work for them, but then work for me until you get your own coming. And then we come up with kingdom economics. And Cybricus, it's April 14, 2025. What was finna happen had never happened. God said it wasn't time to happen. But in the city of Illinois, in the state of Wisconsin, and the United States of America, in the county of Rock, we've been a broke city in the whole entire state for years and years and years and years and years, but no humans with a human tongue come up with a show like the King. He say even the president of the United States and our great country had not thought of coming to give us artificial intelligence photo enforced business district and codes. And we caught up in the codes of it. Want to figure out if we can look at one of my old shows and see how many preschoolers. You know, they learn this thing every day, and then we got robots, bicycle robots, made out of this and made out of that. We got none of them in front of the school. Early Head Start. City of Beloit, we got confused. We're on Wilson Avenue. And every day they say they want a little bit more. And a shout out to funerals that cost you your life savings. And a shout out to people who ain't got a dime, but in public, damn it, they everything. They throw so many confusion, so many lies, so many of this, and so many of that. And the people with human tongues, I mean, they fall for this garbage. Now, we understand what garbage is. We want to give you a unilateral flashback and a futuristic flashback that's going to last 2090 because we broke. And the women, you know, and the women have found out how to kidnap the imagination of the men who weak for the flesh. And now we got so many babies. And shout out to Roe versus Wade. It just had to happen. We're in the city of Beloit, now state of Wisconsin, United States of America, county of Rock. The people didn't know what was going to happen. King say he going against the government, but now he with the government. He say he had to do it because he had to. He had a company. And shout out to Regina Duncan and her heart. It's the King. It's the King. We locked it in slow. We want to show you what happened when we didn't put the full gate that could be put at Summit Park in the city of Beloit, state of Wisconsin, United States of America, County of Rock. And we want to show you exactly what happened when the people, they said they wanted King. They wanted him to show his intelligence. And then they wanted him to break out the Bible and pray in front of their face. And they wanted to see how he worshiped. And now we in an intimate level of worship where we can't get out this thing called worship. And King say God of ministry was really just show now. He walking around picking up trash of people thinking he lost his mind. He said, I got this thing called God of ministry. And when we talk about God of ministry, we want to talk about the no parking, no stopping, no standing anytime sign. And we might see. And the other codes that we could see. And we got Head Start. And early Head Start. Schools. And April showers may flowers. King say, what about the artificial intelligence a part of it? Serving Rock and Walworth counties in Wisconsin. What about the stop rookies? They serving Rock and Walworth County, serving Rock and Walworth County, serving Rock and Walworth County. If we just slow this thing down, we want to figure out what just happened. What just happened was King said we look at the highest altitude of the pole. We could have had a camera, another camera, more camera, another camera, everything pointing at the school. You know, and it's a school that we want to pay attention to today because King say he had an influx of information. But the people said he didn't have a real show. So as we've been caught up in who had a show, who had not had a show, and what is photo enforcement business district coding, we want to lock you in real slow but we don't want to put no residents on property on camera. Let's lock it in. It's April 14, 2025. The people understood that they understood when they searched the kingdom, most beautiful, wonderful, gorgeous. Now let's look at the park. How many people use the park? How safe is the park? Who drinking at the park? Who breaking laws at my park? Brooker said. King say he might have a few out. And he thinking it's his show. And he say he created his own country. But he used sometime, the name of the street. Then sometime it might be, and King say as we caught up in Beloit today. The brokest city in the whole entire state. We want to give reference to the God, all faith, whatever you believe. And King say we also want to give reference to this because we still got a situation where the women feel like they being abused out of the Civil Rights Act because Roe versus Wade now kicked in because too many women they give it up that virtue a little too early to trap the boys with the money. And stop! No parking, no parking. Anytime, son, it just blows my mind. And stop, rookies! He say the women have got these rookies in a chokehold. Gave them a piece of that. Oh my, octopus, and then they lost their mind. And then we got the king, he say, no, he could not be trapped in that thing because the thing was so vicious. And he want to give a shout out to all people who got caught in that trap. They go to work every day and, they got to give up their whole check and play games like they might like their child smuggler. They might really be in love with this woman, but they hate her. And deep down inside, we want to knock all the hate out your mind state today. We want to get you to a higher plane thing because photo and divorce business just recorded. System just wasn't here, and we was doing frivolous lays, but we wasn't doing frivolous pay. Stop, rookies. It's my show. It's a King show. And King said we in the city of Beloit in the state of Wisconsin, United States of America, that rock will tell it, but he got to travel because he got to go get some rest. And as he trying to rest, I want to figure out, and shout out to Durham School Service. He says he try to rest. He try to ponder whether or not 7th Circuit Court of Appeals, United States Court of Appeals could appeal to this thing. He say Roe versus Wade, they made a decision on that, and this might have impact on the nation as well if we could